In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys my top 10 worst purchases in GTA 5. I have so many regrets buying these, but anyways, let's just get right into it. So starting off with the first one, I mean, we're already here. It's going to be clothing, okay? Now you can get outfits or you can get shirts by itself and stuff like that. But the main idea here is that you can waste so much money on these clothings. As you guys can see here, a simple outfit is 5k, but then it gets more. There's some that are literally 11k. And then as you guys can see here, there are suits that are close to 100k, which are pretty much useless. Like, I get having one or two nice outfits, but these that are literally 100k, over 100k is definitely not worth it. And you might just get one at a time, but over time you'll realize how much money you actually waste on these, because people will go on and buy a bunch of these, and next thing you know, you've just wasted a couple of million on literally just clothing. So yeah, don't waste your money on these. As you guys see here, like a biker outfit is 95k, which I'll be honest, this one looks kind of nice, but still, like 90 to 80k for literally a biker outfit is definitely not worth it, especially when you're starting in the game. So for our second worst purchase in GTA 5 Online, it's going to be the apartment. Now listen, if you asked me this question a few years ago, the apartments would have been worth it because you can obviously do the Lester heist through here and you can make yourself a bunch of money, especially when you're starting out. I remember a few years ago when you started out in GTA 5, the apartment and the heist was the best way to get started, because you could make 2-3 million just right at the start. But honestly, in 2024, there is so many better ways to make money if you're an experienced player or even if you're just starting out. So I don't see a point in doing the Lester heist or getting the apartment anymore. And there's definitely no point in having more than one apartment either. Now some are gonna say that, oh, apartment is useful because you can use the garage space, which is true. You can use the garage space and it's definitely not a bad idea, but honestly you can go on the website and you can get the garages by themselves, so that way you're not paying $3 million for like a 10 car garage space, and instead you can buy a garage that holds like 20 cars for only like 500k. So if you want garage space, just buy garages by themselves. You don't need apartments for it. Now before we get into the third worst purchase in GTA 5, and honestly one of the worst purchases of all time that you can make in this game, make sure you guys help me out by dropping a like on this video and subscribing to the channel. But really, let's just get right into it. Now I'm sure all of you knew this was going to be in this video, but the super yacht, probably the worst purchase you can make in this game. I mean, you pay what, 7-8 million for this, and the only useful thing about it is, I mean, other than flexing on your friends and telling them you have an $8 million yacht, it doesn't do anything else for you. It's funny because at the time of recording this video, the super yacht missions are actually double money in RP, but even then they're still pretty useless because they rarely pay you anything, so I still don't suggest it. Yeah, there's literally nothing you can use this yacht for other than just saying you have it and flexing on other people. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is useless business upgrades or business themes. So for example, looking at the bunker here, just changing your bunker style will literally cost you 300k. Having personal headquarters is another 265k, which you literally don't need. Having a shooting range, if we just go from black to white, it's an extra 100k. What's Rockstar doing there? Are they trying to send a message? I don't know. Going to the gun locker, once again, extra 175k, absolutely useless. And then transportation, once again, an extra 120k. So just an extra 1.7 million here of literally everything that I do not need. So for example, I have this bunker here, which was I think 1.6 million, and it's really close to the city, so it's a nice location for a good price. But then this one over here is 2.4 million, so a lot more expensive, and it's the same distance to the city, so I don't see a reason why anyone would go and buy this one. Now obviously you wouldn't want to buy the cheapest one either, which is this one here, because how far it is from the city, and then that's just not worth it anymore. So you definitely don't want to buy the cheapest ones because usually the locations suck, but also you don't need to buy the most expensive one either. You can literally just have this one and be chill with that one. Or for example, the CEO offices, so this one here is 1 million. I have this one over here, but then there's another one that costs 4 million, and I don't see the point of this one because all the CEO offices look exactly the same from the inside, so there's no point of buying one across the street when you're in this location right here. Now the next thing we need to talk about is buying unnecessary weapons or unnecessary ammo. So for example, if we go to ammo here and we go to all, it's 62k, but a lot of them I'm not even gonna use. So like if we look at my weapons, honestly the only weapons I really use is my special carbine and then my heavy sniper here, and then one of my shotguns. This is the one I like, and then like honestly like an RPG is another one I use, and then here usually I just use sticky bombs. But other than those weapons, I literally don't use anything else, and I don't see a point in getting weapons for my pistol or getting extra grenades or like landmines or like getting other ammo that I don't need. Especially when you're in the gun store, there's going to be a lot of guns that are going to be useless that you're not going to use, so there's no point in having them. And when you're in the gun store, a lot of these are going to be useless and cost a lot of money, and a lot of them you're not going to need, so there's no point in buying them. Like the military rifle here is almost 400k, but I really don't need it, or the heavy rifle is 450k. So trust me, you're not gonna need all these. You're literally only gonna need a few weapons, and then that's it. Now the next useless purchase that I wish I never made in GTA 5 is going to be inside your businesses, the security upgrade in all of your businesses. So as you guys can see, this one only cost me 300k, but in other businesses it's pretty expensive. Some of them is 500 to 600k. So the only point of this is to stop your business from being raided. Well, I guess it doesn't stop it, but this is supposed to reduce the amount of times that it happens. And that's exactly why it's so useless, because it doesn't get rid of the raids completely, it only reduces it. So I literally don't see a point in getting the security upgrade at all. And if you search it online, there is plenty of other ways where you can stop business raids without having to have the security upgrade. So there's literally no point in having the security upgrade. Don't get it. If you get it for all your businesses, you're going to end up wasting like $5 million just on all the security upgrades. So it's definitely not worth it. Now another useless purchase that you can make in GTA 5 is buying yourself jets. And I'm not talking about this kind of jet, I'm not talking about the fighter jets, because these are super useful when you're fighting other enemies or even doing missions sometimes. But the jets I'm talking about are going to be these kind of jets. So these are kind of like the private jets. There's really no point in them, but even then they're super useless for traveling because of their speed. There's so many other vehicles that you can use in this game to travel faster, so no one ever uses these. So realistically, the whole point of these jets is just for your hangar to look nice. Once you have a bunch of these in there, you can have a nice hangar, but that's pretty much it. And by the way, the prices on these jets is absolutely ridiculous. If you look here, this one costs almost $2 million. If you look on this one, the gold jet, the classic, this one is $10 million. This one over here, 1.7 million. This is the one I had, 1.1 million. And there's this one that's 1.6 million, and the list goes on and on. So you definitely don't want to be wasting millions and millions buying jets. I guess this is kind of cool because you can get 16 different people in this one, but I don't see anyone being able to do that, getting 16 different people in your lobby to join you, or having 16 friends to join you. I can tell you I certainly don't, but if you have 16 friends, then yeah, I guess go ahead and buy this. I guess the only cool thing is, for example, with this one you can fit 16 different people in here, but doing that is very rare, so there's really no point in this. Now, going off useless planes to buy in this game, the next thing we're going to talk about is buying useless cars in this game. And this list can go on forever because there's so many different cars you can buy in this game that you're never even going to use. For example, I really don't understand why a fire truck costs $2.5 million. What is this? The money truck costing $1.7 million for no reason, or even the bug spray costing $600k. That is honestly such a scam, and there's no point of you getting these. Another good example is the arena war cars. Now don't get me wrong, these are pretty cool to have. Some of these look fire, but once again, these are so expensive. They're on average look at this one, it's literally 3.87 million just for this. So chances are you're probably going to use this once or twice and then you're going to forget about it, so there's no point in having these. And maybe you can have one. I know I have this one and it's pretty fun, but I'm certainly not going to go buy all of these because that's such a waste of money. And as far as the supercars go, there's so many that you're never going to use. I mean, the SUVs over here, these are super slow, and we're never going to use these. Like 1.8 million, you're never going to use this, or the other SUVs in here. This one's 1.7, you're never going to use those. So don't spend a bunch of money on cars that you're never going to use in this game. Now the next useless purchase you can have in GTA 5 is going to be the Brickade 6x6, or otherwise known as the Asset Lab. Now the Asset Lab is a great business and you can make a lot of money with it, and I think everyone in this game should have this in their inventory. But the reason I say you shouldn't buy it is because you can actually buy it without doing the mission. So if you didn't know, you can go on the store and you can pay 700k for it, or you can do the DAX missions, which is 6 different missions which will pay you 700k, and then you can buy this. So pretty much if you do the missions and then get this, you get a free 700k and you get the Asset Lab for free. But if you go ahead and buy it without doing the missions, then you lose 700k. So that's why I'm telling you guys, you need to do the missions first. And even if you want to skip the missions and get the Asset Lab, once you get the Asset Lab, it's gonna force you to do the missions before you can actually use it. So literally you're gonna have to do the DAX missions anyways, so you might as well do it in the beginning and sell yourself 700k and get the Asset Lab for yourself for free. Now for the last spot, we have the Virtue. This is the worst purchase in GTA 5. It's a great car, and the reason I have it on this list is because it costs $2.2 million. And I'm actually going to show you guys how you can get this for free and how you can save yourself $2.2 million. So once you get the Asset Labs and you do the 6 DAX missions, if you come over to this guy right here and you try and customize your Asset Lab by getting the upgrades, as you can see, it's going to be locked. So it's going to tell you that you're going to have to call DAX and do 10 missions before you can actually get the Asset Lab upgrades. Well, actually, once you do the 10 Asset Lab missions and you unlock the upgrades, you also get the Virtue for free. So that's exactly why you don't want to buy the Virtue, but instead you want to do these missions so you can get the car for free. But those are going to be my 10 worst purchases in GTA 5. Let me know in the comment section what yours are, and if you guys enjoyed this video, help me out by dropping a like. And before you guys leave this video, make sure to check out this video right here where I show you guys the very first business that you should buy in GTA 5. But really guys, I'll see you in the next video.